All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the NBA show. Why'd that make it worse? We got to get a high tech camera in here one day. It is Tuesday, October 3rd. It's so uncomfortable. It is the month of October. Uh, Basketball is here in 2 days. So we're going to talk basketball. I don't know who's going to be joining us, but I actually have something important. So if you are a long-time listener, first-time caller, long-time listener on this show, I don't know, man. I just hate our logo. Like, if I'm just gonna keep it a buck, I think it's so ugly. And oh shoot, it's not gonna work. All right. If you remember our old logo and you like it more, let me know or comment it down below. Uh, this new one I think is like in the right direction. It's not necessarily new. We've had it for many a months. Um, I don't know how to access our old logo, of course, now that I've got you guys here. Anyways, we'll just dive into it. I was just like looking at, last night there was football on and whatever, and so ESPN Sports Center was on afterwards, and I'm looking at it, and it's the NBA title odds, and it's like, number one's Milwaukee, number two's Boston. I actually think number three was Phoenix, and then I think four was Denver, and I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, that's kind of weird. Like, why are the Denver Nuggets, who just won the championship, why are they all the way at four? Yeah, that's actually exactly what we have here. They are number four. And then I was also looking into it. I was like, we got to figure out, why is this the deal? And of course, I conveniently misplaced the memory that Bruce Brown is currently on the Indiana Pacers. So when we take a look at Denver right now, they've still got your boys. One of the best, if not the best, starting five lineup in the entire NBA. I had concerns with rim protection last season. It never came up. It just genuinely never came up. Aaron Gordon did a phenomenal job. They played phenomenal team defense. And so I've got Jamal Murray. I got KCP. I got MPJ. I got Aaron Gordon. And I got Nikola Jokic. Now, my bench, I think, is a lot more thin than it was last season. However, when we got into the playoffs, they didn't really need this deep-ass bench. So no Bruce Brown is important to me, but your starting five is the exact same. So their bench is guys like Justin Holiday coming on over, Zeke Naji, Peyton Watson, who got a lot of praise within the organization last season. You've still got Reggie Jackson. You've got Christian Brown as well. Christian Brown did a phenomenal job at the end of the season in the playoffs last year, which was so important for him. So I have no concerns. I got no worries with Denver. I just thought it was kind of interesting, man. Like, the Milwaukee Bucks lost in the first round of the playoffs. And, they acquired Damian Lillard, and I understand it. But at the same time, man, they're getting older. Chris Middleton certainly wasn't Chris Middleton last season. Drew Holiday is now gone. It is an upgrade at point guard in the sense that you got Damian Lillard. But, with the clear-cut NBA final champions, betting-wise, I'm not, sold on that. I think Boston is the best team at the NBA. I feel weird now that we've been doing this show for over a year to, even count somebody as the number one team. But I like to do, two or three. Because last season, my Los Angeles Clippers coming in at number one in the Jepper rankings, that certainly didn't work. So, yeah, I'm going to go Boston, Phoenix, and then you've got to go Denver as the teams to beat. But honestly, it's kind of only like Denver and Boston to me. Got the Grizzlies sneaking in there. Golden State's always going to be up there. LA's always going to be up there. Where are the Clippers, though? Wow, the Clippers are better odds to bet against Dallas and Cleveland over the Clippers. It's a little weird. All right, so let's just go through the list, man. We'll go to Milwaukee. And, yeah, I think Milwaukee is going to be more of it has to be at least half a year thing. Now, I do love the addition that they just made the other day. I think that was actually yesterday where they picked up Campaign. I think Campaign was a phenomenal addition for it. got Damian Lillard, you've got Chris Middleton, you've got Giannis, I have Brook Lopez, and I have Bobby Portis. Now, the thing is, like, these guys are getting older. Chris Middleton wasn't Chris Middleton last season, and Damian Lillard comes on in. I don't think he's as bad as a defensive guard as people like to say. Because when I look at Chris Middleton and I look at Jay Crowder and Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis and Brook Lopez, that's a super long team. Like, they're extremely long, and they're very tall as well. So I don't have any issues with Damian Lillard's defensive ability this upcoming season, or if that's, they're going to end up shooting themselves in the foot. I don't particularly see that occurring. Now, they're going to have to rebuild kind of the depth there, but it still is a really solid depth team to begin with. They just dealt with injuries to their most important player in Giannis Antetokounmpo at the most unideal time. And obviously Chris Middleton was out for majority of the season. And when he came back, he certainly had some good games, but I wouldn't say he had his legs under him quite yet. That's going to be this season. Now, even with that being said, I don't know what kind of Chris Middleton we're going to be getting. It is 2023, and guys are bouncing back from injuries here. This past season, Chris Middleton, 43.5% from the field, which was a couple ticks below his career average of around 46%. But keep in mind, he started half of the games he played. He only played 33 games last season. He only started in half of them, but he did only score 15 points per game. I don't think they're quite championship-esque ready. I would definitely not consider them to be the best team in the Eastern Conference. So we'll see what they end up doing. But, you have a super stacked roster right now with Damian Lillard, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Chris Middleton, Bobby Portis, Brook Lopez, Malik Beasley comes on over. There's so much talent over there. They're going to be one of the best teams in the East, if not the best team in the East. Can they win a championship? Absolutely. No one's going to argue that. Do I think they're going to win a championship? I think Boston's got them right now. I do think Boston's got them. What's up, Eric? Time Lord to San Antonio or OKC? Yeah, I like it, man. I don't think I don't think Portland's all too worried about their current roster construction. So if you can pick something, if you need them, then hell yeah. Trying to think about OKC, I kind of actually love OKC. And it's annoying. I keep going to all these rosters on ESPN, which I love to do just to get a look at these rosters, and they're never updated, and they're just not correct at this point in time. But let me go to OKC because in theory, it makes all the sense in the world. I actually love that idea there because he doesn't need, I don't want Time Lord starting. I don't want it. I definitely don't need Robert Williams to be starting. I don't think he's overrated, but I think that injury certainly slowed him down, and offensively, he's always been a little bit limited. I think he's better off as a kind of jack of all trades defensively off the bench in the rotation. So, yeah, I absolutely love it, man. Chet's going to get bullied. Chet put on weight for sure, but Chet is also still very young. So, still young, he's still skinny. He's still got he's still a rookie. He's never played in the NBA before. So, it's going to take Chet some time, no doubt about it. And I like having that big body type of player in Robert Williams as his backup. Jalen Williams, I'm so excited about. This is a great team. This is a great future team. Time Lord next to both Chet and Wemby is a great fit. The Spurs, the Spurs make sense too, man. I get Zach Collins had a really good end to the season, but it is Zach Collins. And, personally, I'm going to move forward. I guess actually Zach Collins probably wasn't going to start anyways, right? With Victor Wembanyama coming on over. So never mind. Robert Williams, Zach Collins as my backup big. So I'm going to take that any day of the week. The San Antonio Spurs are a really interesting team. I don't think they're going to be a crazy talented roster. I do think they could 100% make the playoffs. More of a play-in. I think if they were to be like the 6th seed, I think Victor Wembanyama would come into the NBA and be like a legitimate MVP conversation player. I still don't know who my number one is, scoring wise, and I guess the hope is it's going to be Victor Wembanyama here. But I know Vassell just got paid as he should. Shout out to Vassell. Devin Vassell is a dog, former first round pick, number 11 in the draft. We only saw him play 38 games, but he put up 18 points per game in those. So Devin Vassell, I think, more than Keldon Johnson, is going to be my go-to scorer. Keldon, I like. I like it. I don't think he's an empty stats bad team player. But I do think the 22 points per game number is a little bit skewed. Now, with that being said, I also don't think Keldon Johnson will shoot 33% from downtown next season. I think we'll get that. He's a career 36.3 shooter. So with that being said, you know what? Maybe he is a 20-point per game scorer. But I don't think, as you're saying here, I don't think he's my lead guy, and I don't need him to be my lead guy now that I've got Victor Wembanyama and also have an emerging young stud in Devin Vassell. Jeremy Sohan is my intriguing piece here. I mean, he's my guy. I mean, this is a dude, and as much shit as he likes to talk, which who is he shit talking? It wasn't LeBron. Was he shit talking LeBron about being on the couch or something like that? I do think you need to respect your elders, but I like Jeremy Sohan a lot. I think he's going to be Dennis Rodman of this generation. We only saw him play 8 games post All-Star break, which was so freaking annoying for me because he was my fantasy guy. But it is what it is. Obviously, it's not that serious. But in those 8 games post All-Star break, Jeremy Sohan put up 17 points, 7.5 rebounds, about a steal per game, shot 47% from the field, shot 18.5% from downtown. But Jeremy Sohan, pick number 9. They've got a lot of just later lottery picks. Those guys hovering around 9. What was Vassell 11? Keldon was. What pick was Keldon? Keldon was late, wasn't he? Good fact check here. Late first round, I think. Yeah, 29. So Sohan Vassell picked, 9 and 11, and you've got number 1 and Victor Wembanyama coming around. The future looks really bright. I really like the long-term outlook of Vassell, Keldon. I guess not necessarily as much Keldon, but Sohan, Vic, and Vassell. I think that's your big 3 right there. I have a feeling if Spurs fans catch this video, they won't like these comments, but I don't want to compare him to Jeremy Grant because I think Keldon is a more impactful player. I don't think Keldon Johnson can't be number 1 on a championship team, in my opinion, and that's perfectly fine, and there's no issue with that. He does a lot of things right. Jeremy reminds me a lot of Keegan Murray if he plays better. Wow, I don't see that at all because Keegan Murray can do this thing really nicely called shooting. Keegan Murray, another interesting player, not too many people have been talking about, but people don't really talk about the Sacramento Kings in general. So, all right, if I were the Spurs and I could pull it off, I'd definitely try to get both Time Lord and Jeremy Grant off of Portland. Interesting. We just talked about Time Lord. I really like Time Lord off of the bench. Jeremy Grant's a starting player, and I believe he just got paid. I would stay away. That might hurt this one. We'll keep an eye on that. He's in the first year of his contract, and this is way too much money to pay a player who does not impact the game to this level. He's making 27.5 this year, 29, almost 30 million in 2 years, 32 at 31, 34 at 32, and then he's got a really shitty player option at 33 years old for $36.5 million. He's not an unrestricted free agent until 2028. I do not think he impacts winning basketball to the degree that San Antonio is at right now. I just don't think that they need to make a move like that. But I do like Time Lord. I actually, if I were to make a big time splash, it's not going to be this season because I want to see Vassell. I want to see Keldon. I want to see Sohan. Obviously, I want to see Vic. But I also want to see Trey Jones. I mean, Trey Jones is a really interesting point guard coming off a good season, 13 points, 6.5 assists, 1.5 steals. I like Trey Jones. The dude cannot shoot a 3 for the life of him. I mean, he can't shoot a fucking 3 for the life of him. In his second season, shot 19 and a half from downtown. Last year, his first year as a starter, 28 and a half from downtown. I mean, you're going to be a bench point guard if you can't figure out a three. I mean, that's just an unfortunate truth. But what I love about Tre Jones, and I love about point guards like Tre Jones, is he is a very unselfish basketball player. And I think that's extremely important. And I had a take that I was thinking of, and it was a team. It was a big time contender that I just don't feel comfortable with, and it's the Phoenix Suns. I think there's too many chefs in the kitchen that are really good basketball players. I just don't see it, man. I need a point guard. I think Chris Paul was a huge reason for their finals run, clearly, right? We know this. I know Bradley Beal can pass, and I know Booker can pass, and I know Kevin Durant can pass, and I know these dudes can pass the basketball, but I think it's extremely important, and I don't think the NBA's ever drifted away from, if I have a point guard on my team, he can score 12 points a game. I don't like that Tre Jones is shooting less than 3-point shots or less than 30% from downtown, but exactly. My point guard has to be unselfish. Why would I want a non-unselfish point guard? I remember the take here, and I talk about it on this show a lot, and Luke even agreed with it. I love Marcus Smart. I think Marcus Smart is a really talented basketball player. The dude is not a championship point guard. I mean, he just isn't. My championship point guards are unselfish basketball players. Steve Nash, Jason Kidd. They are not looking to set themselves up. They are looking to set up their teammates, get their teammates into the flow of the game. If they need to score a buck, if they need to make a three, they're going to score a bucket and they're going to make a three, like Steve Nash and Jason Kidd. But they're not going to be going for 30 a night. And I love Russell Westbrook and I love John Morant, but this is why I don't think they will ever win a championship unless, and it could definitely be possible, with a guy like Jokic, something like that, a guy who isn't a point guard, but, is a pass first player. I just don't think, and that's why I'm so big on Boston right now. I just never thought they would win a championship with Marcus Smart as their point guard. I love him. I like Derek White a lot as well. I think he's unselfish too, but I want a fully unselfish point guard, like completely unselfish. Like give me 12 points and 10 assists a game. Give me 13 points and 8 assists a game. And as you say, man, if Tre Jones had a three, you would remind me of DG the PG. I like it. I think Darius Garland's a phenomenal point guard to have as well. Very unselfish basketball player as well, but he can definitely get me some buckets. It's all IQ, man. It's all just instincts. Point guard sports in general is just instincts. And I want my point guard's instincts to be unselfish. And it's not, I don't think, Marcus Smart is a selfish player, and I'm not trying to say Bradley Beal and KD are selfish players, anything like that. It's just if I were to orchestrate and build a basketball team, I need my point guard to be as unselfish as humanly possible. That's just me, though. He's my leader. So that's something I really look into when I'm taking championship predictions. Do I still have that NBA odds here? And that's why, I hate to say it. I really do. I genuinely believe Golden State is looking money. I really do. I also want to talk a little bit of Lakers. We never talk Lakers here. The Milwaukee Bucks, Damian Lillard, unselfish point guard. They're in a good position. Boston Celtics, Jamal Murray isn't, a 10 assists per game point guard, but he's unselfish. And obviously, I have Nikola Jokic. Phoenix Suns, I think there's zero shot in hell they win the championship. The Los Angeles Lakers, at the end of the day, healthy, have the best duo in basketball. You cannot tell me differently. It's LeBron freaking James and it's Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis says he wants to play 82. I'll believe it when I see it. But if he does, watch that foul because the Lakers are winning the championship. If Anthony Davis plays 82 games, they'll win the championship. I really like the new Lakers team. They did Pelinka. Bus, everybody in that organization did such a good job at last year's deadline, turning nothing into something. I'm trying to take a look at their depth chart, but it's just going to be unreliable. Rui Hachimura getting a lot of hype this offseason. Love to see it. Had a great end of the season with the Los Angeles Lakers. I think he just needed a breath of fresh air. I like the addition of Jackson Hayes. I like Taurean Prince. I love Gabe Vincent as my backup point guard. I've still got Reeves. I've still got Vandy. I think there's a lot of versatility over in Los Angeles right now. Yeah. Texan Cyro. I gotta go soon. This is a super, super busy day. I'm gonna just run a Pirtle. It's so fucking hot here. I'm wearing a long sleeve though. I don't like doing these alone. Like really freaking bad at these. Let's go Tyler Hero. Not even fucking close. Eric, you got anything for me? This is a West Coast non-guard. Bro, it is so fucking shit. These are always bad looks, man. These are always bad looks. I can't think of a fucking basketball player that exists. Let's go Shamit. What team even is Landry on right now? Washington. Fucking dumbass. All right, we got a 26-year-old taller than 6'5" guard or non-guard in the West. Yeah, West. West is best. It just looks so much like Matt Barnes to me. 26 years old. I need a team. I need the team, man. Austin Rivers is a free agent. Zach Collins, I like it. Are these updated, do you think? I wonder if these are updated. Great one, Eric. We got a former San Antonio Spur in the West. He's a forward/center, but he's under 6'11". He's not in the Southwest Division, so he does not play for the Mavs, the Rockets, the Grizzlies, or the Pellies, or the Spurs. But he did used to play for the Spurs. When this is completed, I know for a fact it's gonna frustrate me. All right. I don't know if these are updated. That's the thing. Oh, they are, because Shamit's a wizard. Bro, what is going on out there? Hopefully you guys can't hear that. I'm fucking done, dude. Kessler is not 20. He didn't. Or are you saying Kessler Edwards? Kessler Edwards didn't play. Yeah, Walker's too young as well. This is a 26-year-old. I just need this division. I'd love to get the team here. Oh, you know who? Oh, it's not Chet. I'm kind of thinking it's a Thunder for some reason right now. 6'11". It's not going to be Bertans. It's just not going to be. It's not a Thunder. It just can't be. Would love Cyro to just pull up right now. All right. Who are fucking basketball players? Is it a Nuggie? KCP, Justin Holiday, DeAndre Jordan's too old, Zeke Naji, too young. I'll try it, but it's not. It's just he's way too young. All right, well, you know what? There we go. Now we know the division. It's the Pacific Division. So he plays for the Golden State Warriors, the Los Angeles Clippers, the Los Angeles Lakers, or the Phoenix Suns, or the Sacramento Kings. It could be a King. But no, none of these guys are gonna fit. I'm literally cheating my fucking ass off right now, by the way, dude. I just can't stand this embarrassment right now. Oh my god, the Golden State Warriors have a 5'11" guy on their roster. This isn't a Warrior. Zubats? Zubats is too old. And he never played for the Spurs, did he? How old is Zubats? Zubats is a little too tall. I think this is a confirmed 20. Oh, it's a 26-year-old. Oh. Oh. Please, please, please don't be a Laker. I beg you. Lakers don't have a 26-year-old on their roster. It's got to be a son with one of all these randos coming on over. Oh, I got it, and it's just stupid, and I just would have never gotten this. And unfortunately, Cyro gets here now. I just cheated my ass off to get Drew Eubanks.
I was gonna come there and tell you it was Drew Eubanks.
I got a loaded afternoon, so I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, no, you're good. Monday or Tuesdays are like legitimately my worst days because I have my graduate assistantship.
Oh, I got you.
But,
dude, look at this.
My roommate moves in whenever this week and stuff. So I'm trying to build this week. Like I'm trying to build like the studio somewhat in my living room right now.
Oh, nice.
With that, hopefully we can. Why do you want the old logo?
This one's so ugly. I just threw it in my Discord. Well, I just think the other one is better. I know it looks like the Knicks. I just threw up a poll in my Discord. I got every single person saying right.
Which is that, the new one or the old one?
It's the old one.
Dude, the old one's just. Are you just thought? I think
I'm not enamored by the old one. I just think the new one is so. It's basic, but it's not the word I'm looking. It's like modern, but it's like not modern in a good way, I guess. It's a fucking basketball. It looks like a clip art basketball.
I wish the headphone could be somehow turned into.
See that one, yeah, like the podcast logo is mine.
Yeah, that. I'm gonna maybe go into Photoshop and see if I can turn that one into like a PNG. Like if we can just turn the basketball going into the headphone and transparent.
Yeah, and it says the name too, right?
Yeah, but like just take that out so it's transparent. Does that make sense?
Anything on this fucking basketball might help.
Are you coming down this weekend?
Or yeah, probably.
What direction is that? I guess because you're coming from Fort Myers.
Purely east. I think a little southeast. I think you might be a little south.
Yeah, I think you're a little more. Yeah, I think coming down is the right word because I think I am a little more south.
Yeah, I have to go south I have to go south to Naples.
Yeah, because you go southwest or southeast.
Yeah. Southeast Division.
Are you trying to go to the football game?
What football game? Miami?
Yeah, Hurricanes.
Instead of fishing, what time is that?
Huh?
Instead of fishing?
No.
Oh, is that Friday?
No. Oh my God. The game is Saturday night, I believe.
Oh, no. I'm trying to get back for Saturday night in the fort.
Maybe it's during the day. Oh wait. Hold up. Google right now because I'm using my phone. Search it real quick what time we play. Because it's $30 to get you a guest ticket, and then my roommate would come, and then one of my boys would come because I have a friend that I would get cop tickets from him.
Yeah, it's unfortunately Saturday night. I would go to it if I wasn't coming up Friday night.
I know if it was a Friday night game, it would work out perfect. So what we'll do Saturday, my boys' boat right now, they're gelling it. I don't know what that means, but they're doing something to it. So it's going to be ready. Like it may or may not be ready for the weekend. If it's not ready, we'll just get hammered at the beach.
Yeah, that works. Oceans scare me, so I wouldn't complain.
Well, dude, if we went to if the boat goes out, it's all content. We're gonna do a whole fishing challenge, and I'll bring my camera.
Yeah, fishing would be cool. Yeah.
Okay,
What's up,
and
Aaron?
then maybe we'll bet each other to see who can stay in the ocean longer.
Oh my god, dude,
Yeah.
that one scares me. I gotta get some lick in me,
That's what
but a
I'm saying.
comfortable and a safe amount.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, how funny would it be? Because I know you're just as scared as the ocean as I
Oh
am.
man, that shit scares me.
Okay, and we all
Dude,
just
there's so many sharks in the ocean. There's so many.
That's what I'm saying. And like, because the
There's
boat
so
we're going
many.
out on is like, it's not like I'm not talking about like some shit boat because it's like my friend's parents' boat. You know what I mean? That he just takes out.
Yeah,
So it's like a nice boat. Like it's
it's
like
not a beater.
no. Like we could go into international waters with this
Oh
boat.
my god, dude, that's terrifying.
Yeah, we could do a mutiny and it wouldn't be illegal.
I don't even know what a mutiny is.
It's like when we take over, we we throw my friend off the boat and like take control of the boat and like
Oh,
like that.
we could invade Cuba.
Yeah,
We could give it another try.
yeah, no, completely. So, yeah, if the boat doesn't work out, we'll just fucking hit the beach because you'll meet Henry. You'll like Henry, and then yeah. So,
Yeah, it'd be
are
perfect.
you crashing at my place then Friday?
That would be sick.
Yeah,
Dope.
yeah. What we'll just probably have to do is park your car at the what's it called? We'll probably park your car at the because I don't want them to fucking bitch about like how many cars I have there because they'll be if you when you come out 3 cars.
You
So
don't have
what else?
guest parking?
No, we do have guest parking. Ah, fuck it, I don't even care. We won't say you're an overnight guest or whatever. They won't give a shit. No, because when you come, I live in a gated, so I just have to alert security, and I'm just being lazy now. I got to go alert security, but no. What I got to do is I'll just say you're like not an overnight guest, but then you're just gonna be an overnight guest. But yeah, okay. What'd you talk about show wise?
Yeah, we'll talk later. I gotta get out of here.
Peace.
Peace. Thanks for watching.